Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday's market wrap up here at TOPGUN Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. And what an incredible past 24 hours. Yesterday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, I knocked out a free live trade brief where we talked about hot and cold wars and how we can potentially profit off of volatility, the market imploding with what I call a Tredge. It's a trade that also acts like a hedge to protect long-term bullish positions. We looked at this trade on the S&P 500. Got in my car with my beautiful bride, my oldest son, went down to Sunrise last night and watching the Oilers and Panthers go at it in the first period, my phone started blowing up, along with a lot of Iranian leadership. So obviously Israel attacked Iran last night. I told you this was going to happen. Yesterday, folks, I didn't see a single legendary investor or smart money guy or gal make the prediction I did. This is one of the benefits you get here at TOPGUN Options, folks. I still know a lot of folks in a big five-sided building in DC and literally men and women around the world. I am plugged into various networks from military to Washington to hedge funds. So you want to join TOPGUN Options just for the intel. I didn't see a single legendary investor or smart money guy or gal on CNBC or Fox Business or Bloomberg or anywhere yesterday doing what I was doing. And at the opening this morning, boom, the Dow opened, the futures were down 600, 700 points. And I'm going to take you through exactly what I did today because we were dog fighting, right? And I think we're up to $3,000 in profit today on the S&P 500. Now, if you're sitting here like, I can't believe I missed that. It's not my fault, folks. Go.topgunoptions.com/special-event-replay. You can go watch this replay on this page right here. You can also go watch it on the TOPGUN Options YouTube channel. Please, if you go to our YouTube channel, like the video, first of all, and subscribe so you can get access to these. But this is also on our replay page. Now, I actually had to leave. Thank God I left. I had to leave before the third period started because I had a Fox News hit at 11 o'clock with Trace Gallagher talking about the Air India crash and also the strikes here that were happening. Thank God I left, man. The Panthers blew a 3-0 lead to lose in overtime. Don't even get me started. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other benefit you get joining here at TOPGUN Options. Let me just step you through everything that happened. So I closed that Tredge this morning. Why did I close it? One of my SOPs, standard operating procedures, is if I get a violent move in the direction of my double vertical, in this case down, I close it, right? So I closed it at the open this morning in the blink of an eye. I think it was about, by the time I got filled, it was about a 60% profit, close to $1,500. But this was the closing trade alert that I put in the hunters this morning. Whenever I @ everyone, you get an instant alert on our app on your cell phone, folks. What happened then? It was a limp-wristed response. So look at this. There's the market open this morning, gap down. I got out of the Tredge right around there. And then what did the whiz fighter do? Let me scroll up a little bit. Men lie, trades don't. Look at that. A bull put spread down there at 70.65 for $1.25, ladies and gentlemen. So down here is 70.65. As soon as this market turned, folks, I think Iran sent like 100 drones in response. What? You guys do not I'm still getting intel from a lot of my buddies. First of all, let's go super strategic. Israel has communicated with Iran through back channels that says, if you go super hard against us, we will kill the Ayatollah. We will track him down and we will kill him. They've already lopped the head off of a bunch of snakes in Iran, folks. Did you hear? This thing's been going on for years, by the way. They also did like the Ukrainian thing. They had a bunch of Israeli bases essentially inside of Iran that launched drones out of there. The Mossad. They got all these Air Force generals to meet at some place. And they're like, did you see the Mossad's quote? Like, well, we've been studying them for a while and we know their behaviors and we knew a way to get them all in one place for a quote unquote meeting. I wonder if it involved local folk dancing, and I'll leave it at that. But anyway, Israel has punched Iran square in the face. They've taken out their integrated air defense system. They took out NATS, the nuke plant. They've taken out essentially their air force. The Iranians are on their heels right now, and they are stunned. Now, as I'm speaking to you, what happened? So let's get back to how I traded today. Closed the Tredge, fired a bull put spread, and got out. Look at that. Closed it for a night. Look at this. I made $825 in 17 minutes, 55% return. If you had stayed in that trade a little bit longer, it's up to you. You're the tick. You're the trader in command. You could have made even more profit. I put it right here. We had a rip. I got out right there 15 minutes later. If you stayed in it, you could have gotten out for probably 80% profit. Pigs get slaughtered. I'm going to teach you when you join TOPGUN Options 7, 8, 9. If I'm looking at a 70, 80, or 90% profit on one of my S&P 500 sniper trades, I close it. I closed it at 55% because I had work to do, man. I don't sit here all day and do this. I leave. Right? Where did I put that? Yeah, I'm done for the day, man. I had foundation work to do, went and did a podcast. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's about $2,000 in profit. Now, how long ago was this? Like 15 minutes ago. I just sent out an update. I'll read it just so you don't have to try and read it while I'm talking over you. If you close this morning, that Tredge for a nice profit, you can always reload if you think we're heading lower. We could see a pullback to find support at the 20-day moving average, which would be, look at that right there. And it looks like we're doing it. 59.30. You see that green light there? Green light, and that's 59.30. I figured we were going to do this anyway without everything going on overseas. If you're holding, meaning you didn't close it this morning at the open, and some of my members did, and they're like, Wiz, I think we got more downside to go. You're looking good, right? Because what happened? Iran counterattacked this afternoon, and it sounded like another type of 100 drone type of thing, not some massive drone swarm like they did months ago. Why? Because they've been destroyed, folks. They're degraded right now. But it does look like they're hitting in Tel Aviv and some other places as well. Let me step out from being Gordon Gekko or Jordan Belfort for a second and get back to being Wiz. I hate this. I hate Iranians dying. I hate Israelis dying. Stop. My God, people, go on a medicine retreat. I'll come with me on a medicine retreat. You'd never want to do this again. Okay? Now that's Wiz talking. I don't like this. Now, like Gordon Gekko said in the movie Wall Street, if you want a friend, get a dog. I'm here to teach you how to make money. What do I do with my money? I throw a lot of it over the fence into the foundation to help people heal. And maybe with more people healed, we'd be killing each other less. I had to say that real quick because I'm getting back into old Wiz, just focusing on this. And it's truly just, it sucks sometimes. But anyway, I mean, look at this. If you didn't close the July Tredge I covered for free yesterday, you're actually doing pretty good because look, I got out around here. Look at the Tredge right now. Looks like we're, and this is why I would re-enter it. And I can finish reading what I posted right there because this is, or I won't reread it. I'll just talk through it live. Guess what? It's Friday. I also heard that in addition to, we will kill the Ayatollah. He isn't safe anywhere. We're going to kill him. If you hit back hard, we will wipe out every oil facility in the Gulf, in your country, where you're hiding it. We know everything. Ladies and gentlemen, and you know Donald's on the phone with Benjamin right now going, dude, just throttle back with the oil facilities. If Israel chooses, they could punch them in the face even harder, take out all those Iranian. I flew over them, folks. I flew over. Iran's got, and Karg Island is a massive refinery. They would cripple Iran. They'd be broke. But guess what happens to oil? I covered yesterday what JP Morgan was predicting. Oil goes to $1.20, $1.30 a barrel. CPI, inflation, which has been tracking down lately or level, will spike. And that will be very bad for our economy. And by the way, it would also be bad for markets. So Friday, going into a weekend where I think shit's going to potentially get worse, it is not a bad idea to don't either have not closed that Tredge or to put it on again. Does all of this make sense? That's essentially what I just said right here, okay? So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm one of the only guys that does this. I'm one of the only guys that does a free live trade brief, give you an actionable trade that pays for the membership. Please tell me another service out there that teaches you how to trade options, has the intel that I have and give, and pays for your membership with the first damn trade. There isn't anybody out there. So I was waiting for you to answer me, but of course there is no answer, ladies and gentlemen. So it's time for you to get airborne. This is most likely going to get worse. We'll debrief this Monday, but it really sounds like Netanyahu and Trump were good cop, bad cop in it. Trump was doing his, I'm trying to get a deal. Please, let's get a deal. Benjamin, shut up. I got this. You got a deal. When all along he knew this wasn't going to happen. Folks, I actually listened to the president. Unlike Mumbles McShitty Pants and Kakala, guess what? This guy usually does exactly what he's going to say he's going to do. Did you see his Truth Social post this morning? 60 days ago, I gave Iran 60 days to disarm and said bad things will happen. Today's day 61. I actually listened to the dude. Now, we might want to keep the July Tredge on or add it if you don't have it on. Why? Because the guy also gave us another date, July 8th. He told countries around the world, give me your best deal. You got until July 8th to give me your deal. Big, beautiful deals. If you don't give me a big, beautiful deal, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So we have another date. So I not only put this Tredge on because of potential war in the Middle East, or not potential for war in the Middle East, but also for cold trade wars, which could get ugly, folks. You know as well as I do, the president can change his mind at the drop of a hat. So this is interesting. You know, I know the president said, "Hey, now will you talk?" Israel ain't going to stop. So now they're even more good cop, bad cop. Netanyahu's like, "We'll kill your boss. We'll take out your oil. This ain't going to end." And Trump's doing the listen to him. Listen to Benjamin. He's not lying. I want to build a big Trump Tower in Tehran. It'll be big, beautiful, great hotel. I agree, man. I want the Iranian people, a proud people, to live, to thrive, to survive, to throw off these radical Islamic terrorists. It would be fantastic. I think Iran should be Dubai Part 2, man. Saudi Arabia is starting to come out of the Stone Ages. Dubai already is. The Middle East, aside for the middle of the deserts, is actually a pretty cool place. I've been to all these countries, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Oman, the UAE, right? Spent 10 port visits in Dubai, man. It's like a Subway club card I got every time I went in there. But this is it. We got it, folks. It's war in the Middle East. I predicted war in the Middle East would happen. Israel is not going to stop until the nukes are gone. Okay, so in warfare, you should always plan on it going longer than you thought and being worse. Example: Eastern Europe right now, right? Putin. We'll be steamrolling into Kyiv in 48 hours. Nearly 4 years later, here we are. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, discipline, risk management, superior execution. We are kicking ass here at TOPGUN Options. If you don't join after seeing what I've done in the past 24 hours and what I do essentially all the time, folks, I wrote a book about it, COVID Crash, From Panic to Profit. When the so-called smart money clowns, Bill Ackman, Kyle Bass, Jeffrey Gundlach, were on CNBC, literally crying. Do you not remember these clips? We need to shut the markets down. I mean, everything's awful. I'm like, no. We're not shutting the markets down. There's no need to. I'm on the other side of all of your bullish trades there, fellas. And I'll never forget Donald Trump's tweet. I'd be a buyer of stocks here. Looking good, buy them. The next day the market opened, the Dow was down 3,000 points. I made $750,000 in a single S&P 500 trade. Men lie, trades don't. I got all of it. You can go look at my brokerage statements, all that stuff. So if you can't join after me demonstrating live my capabilities to print money as the market goes up, down, and sideways, don't watch my videos again or delete us from your mailing list, man, because I don't know what else I can do. I can only do so much to show you. We know what we're doing. We have a great squadron here. There's 262 members in the Hunters. What do we have in our lifetime? Our most elite. We have 211. How about down here in Solo Amazon and our other services? 611. What's that? 6'2". It's over 1,000 members. That's a little... I'm getting on the border of a little too many here, and I don't like that. But anyway, go to our homepage. Underneath trade groups, you can join Full Throttle. You can join Solo Amazon. You can join Just Accelerated Retirement. Hey, Wiz, I just want your 8 training sessions. You could do that right here with our Options Weapons School. Lifetime, pretty significant investment, but you're a lifetime member. So maybe look at that down the road. But ladies and gentlemen, Full Throttle. In one day, I paid for your annual membership. You're welcome. It's either $295 a month if you want to kick the tires for a couple more months, or $29.95 for a year. That's where the majority of our members are. You do not, at $295 a month, get access to the Hunters. You're not paying for it, okay? So this is the Hunters right here, like I told you. You get access to this group on your phone via app. We have an Intel thread where we post all of our Intel and commentary. And then we have a trade alerts thread where, guess what? We only post trades. We keep those streams separate. Intel and commentary, trades only. Because some people just, I don't care about the Intel, just give me the trades. Got it. So this is the Hunters. But again, if you're paying $295 a month, you ain't paying for the Hunters. $29.95 gets you in the Hunters. Or, you know what? I want to kick the tires for a couple months with checking out the Hunters. And then in the middle it's $497 a month if you want to try the monthly Hunters for a little bit. Stay here forever. That's what I'll tell you as a businessman. As your buddy Wiz, upgrade into the annual, man. You save 50%. This ain't hard. That's why we have an annual membership, because it's a little cheaper than just doing this. Even though clearly, and folks, I'm just talking about the S&P trades in the past 2 days. If you joined my free live trade brief yesterday, you saw that I knocked out 2 iron condors. What was it, Monday and Tuesday? And another, I think it was a bull put spread on the S&P 500. I should have done this before I jumped in the air. I'm not prepared. I think that's close. 25, mental math, real quick. I'm going to round up close to $10,000 this week just in these S&P 500 trades. I want that to sink in. So I've essentially paid in this week just doing S&P 500 trades. I didn't even talk about my Amazon, SIBO, JP Morgan, all the other positions that I have. I'm just talking about the S&P 500 trades. I think we're looking, what's month to date? Let me look at how we're looking at month to date in our S&P 500 trades. $46,000. 10 of that was from this week. Let me get a show of hands. How many of you would like to potentially make 46 grand in, what's that, 2 weeks of trading so far? You're welcome. Okay. Wiz, I'm really just trying to kick the tires here. Oh, then try Solo Amazon. It's $97 a month, folks. I don't drink anymore. That's a crappy bottle of wine. $97 for 30 days worth of access. It's $97 a month for the rest of your life. No secret. Hey, surprise. It's $1 million next month. $97 a month for the rest of your life. Or be smart and do the annual. Take the annual. It's cheaper. You must, after you do your annual or your monthly, take the Options Weapons School. It's the 8 sessions. It's only like $95 the training, okay? It's a one-time charge to get access to the 8 sessions. This is where you go if you're like, I don't want anything yet. I just want the training and the manuals. I just want the basics for now. I don't even want the live trade briefs. Okay, great. Then just do Options Weapons School. Okay, AR is accelerated retirement. It's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. if you just want AR. Wiz, I don't care about all this other stuff. I want access to your longer dated conservative trades, your retirement portfolio trades, and your psychedelic stuff. I know you talk about a lot of psychedelic stuff. It's in the accelerated retirement brief, okay? If you were in accelerated retirement, a month ago, you got a bullish trade on America. You see right there, 1 month ago, America, bullish trade. This trade will potentially make 6 figures in the coming years if the S&P 500 just keeps moving up and to the right like it has historically done forever. Little investment, for a potential 6-figure return. So we talk about trades like that in our AR, accelerated retirement portfolio. Again, go over to our homepage underneath trade groups. You can step through these on your own to check them out. But again, if after a free brief yesterday, seeing that I predicted this strike, profited off of the strike, and then profited today off a sniper shot, again, you don't recognize a good trade when it's looking at you right in the face. And as I'm looking at my other screen right here, there you go. Looks like with 15 minutes left, we're gonna close at the lows of the day. So if you got out of the Tredge and put it back on, you took a nice profit and put it back on, you're printing money right now. Or if you didn't get out of that Tredge and you held it, look at this. From yesterday to today, we're down, what, about 100 points on the S&P 500? You're printing money. Men lie, trades don't. Go check everything out. Everything's documented. Go watch the replay from yesterday. Other than that, I can't help you. Everybody else, I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. in the solo Amazon brief. Quick reminder, Full Throttle does not include solo Amazon. That's its own separate service. It's our gateway drug. It's our entry-level service. That's solo Amazon. Most 99.9% of members here at TOPGUN Options are in Full Throttle, and they're also in solo Amazon, okay? AR is part of Full Throttle. So you obviously get AR with Full Throttle, okay? But 99.9, almost all of our members are in both of these right here, Full Throttle and solo Amazon. And obviously down there at Lifetime, there's 211 Lifetime members. All right, I gotta go. What a great week. I had an absolute blast. Very sad about the Air India stuff. I know a lot of you have been reaching out. You saw me on Fox and Scripps and all the other channels. Just an absolute tragedy. When I went to yoga this morning, full of gratitude, and just somebody asked me, like, Wiz, what's the deal with the guy in 11A? How did he survive? God. What do you mean? It was not his day. Nothing to do. I mean, literally, folks, that is God. I personally believe. It was simply not his day. But aside from Air India and aside from war in the Middle East, I had an absolute blast. And obviously, aside from the Panthers getting their ass handed to them and blowing that lead. So anyway, even with all that, folks, I am full of gratitude. I'm full of gratitude for my current members. I'm full of gratitude for you if you're about to join. I'm full of gratitude even if you don't join. Hopefully you learned something from me and went on your way. Either way, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless the great United States of America. Keep your eyes peeled this weekend, man. You never know. Tens of millions of foreigners have invaded this country in the past 4 years. There's Iranian sleeper cells. There's Al-Qaeda. There's Chinese agents. Not to end on a high note, stay strapped. All right? The high note is, I love you. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste and Basi Basi. Basi means truth in the Bawiti. And he is the way, the light, and the truth. God bless. I'll see you guys Monday.